what is the story of Vishnu's weapon, right? The Sudarshan Chakra, right? And the truth is that when all the gods and mankind were suffering like we are today, right? Vishnu, who is the highest principle of our dharmic man, could not take the suffering of mankind, just like Buddha could not take it. Just like all these people have come and said, I can't see suffering. I have to end suffering, right? So he goes and he meditates on Shiva. And when he goes to Shiva, right, Shiva is in deep meditation, so he doesn't disturb him. And every day he brings 1,000 lotus petals to him, puts it at his feet, and meditates with him, saying Om Reem Namah Shivaya, Om Reem Namah Shivaya, Om Reem Namah Shivaya, Om. Just non-stop. And by the way, this is thousands of years of meditation, right? And he does it every day. 1,000 lotuses, 1,000 mantra, 1,000 lotuses, 1,000 mantra. And finally, one day Shiva wakes up, right, and looks at him. And he's brought all the lotuses, but he finds that he has 999 lotuses, right? So what does he do? He rips out his eye and he puts it in the lotuses so that Shiva has 1,000 lotuses right there. Ah, wow. For dharma, I will sacrifice even my inner eye. So I end up with one eye. Get it? One eye. Like, okay. So he becomes a cyclops. No, he becomes a cyclops. But basically, think about it, right? Shiva gives him the boon. So Shiva, so here he is meditating on Shiva. This is in Ellora caves. This is beautiful, right? And here, when he meditates on Shiva, Shiva gives him, look, now I want you to look at certain symbolism here, right? Shiva gives him the Sudarshan Chakra to ease all the negative forces of mankind, right there. He gives it to him. See that? He's giving him the gift. He also gives him the Mrigi deer. Remember the deer? And look at that. What is Vishnu holding? The Mrigi Mudra. Mrigi Mudra. He becomes the Mudra. So now God or consciousness or the universe is giving the highest form of mankind the gifts to control and open the doorway to receive his wisdom and power, right? So he gives him the Sudarshan Chakra, he gives him the mantra, he gives him the Dhamru, which becomes the conch shell. He can blow the conch, right? And he gives him 2 hands to do blessings with, right? So when you think about it, Shiva gives him the power of his third eye in the form of the Sri Sudarshan Chakra that then makes him a cosmic being. So that, what does that tell us? So think about it for a second. Oh, by the way, the original design of the Sudarshan Chakra is identical to David's symbol, and Solomon's key, the key of Solomon. If you look at it carefully, it looks just like the Ankh with the Solomon's key on it. It's almost the same design. They're both the same. I'll show you. There are some beautiful designs of it that you will see, but it looks just like that. See, it's like a weapon. It's like a weapon. So look at that. It's like a symbolic thing with a base and a center, right? And the Star of David is there on the center. There is the Star of David. Look. See that? So the metaphors are ancient archetypes of mankind, right? And the way they describe it is that when you experience third eye opening, it is like a blast of cosmic radiation will hit you, right? And in order to control that, we use a technique called Jyoti Mudra to bring it into our visual control in the third eye, right? And this is what the Sudarshan Chakra is. So if you look at the design of the Sudarshan Chakra, this is one of the best designs I have seen. 108 petals, right? 12 quadrants, right? So that you have the 12 astrological symbols. and the 12 months of the year. Time is under control, and it's swirling, it's moving round and round and round. So that what happens? So if I do this, right, and I see the star, how many of you have seen a golden circle like that when you do the Jyoti Mudra? How many of you? So now, how many of you felt it whirling round and round and round a bit, almost like sucking you into a vortex? Have you all sensed that? Now just imagine if the center, the blackness, is pure consciousness, right? Shiva. Then mankind is given a way through the third eye of controlling that energy of the golden light round and round and round, so that one can connect to that source energy, go into it through to the other side. This is the principle of the Sudarshan Chakra. Isn't that cool? Right? Think about it for a little bit. The Sudarshan Chakra is a symbol of the third eye opening. Right? And I'll show you. So there is the idea of Vishnu sitting in the Sudarshan Chakra calling you, right? Now, what happens, this is the mantra I'm going to chant with you today. So let me initiate you into it, right? So if you notice, the one we do in the heart chakra in the Kundalini code is the second line, right? Klim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Swaha, right? But this is the full mantra to Sudarshan Chakra we're doing. So for those of you who thought we were meditating on Krishna and the heart, what we were really doing was preparing the body for the third eye to open, so that we can do the swirling into the meditation, right? So we're preparing ourselves. And what happens, and this is why the Shiva Shakti path and the Vishnu path are the same. If I open that portal, I get wellness, I get protection, I get grace, I get Lakshmi's magic. All comes to me, right? All poisons are removed, all obstacles are removed. I become a living dharmic being, right? So as long as I have life, I maintain a very good quality of being as a good person. This is the whole principle here. Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Shreem. Shiva, Shakti, Lakshmi, and Krishna, all I'm invoking. Om Shreem Hreem Kleem Shreem. Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya. Krishnaya is the dark blue one. He is the cowherder. That means he looks after and nurtures all of us. He is the lover who is always opening my heart and taking me to the other side. And he's my friend who accompanies me on my journey. Then Paraya Parama Purushaya Paramatmane. He satisfies all my needs. He is heavenly. He is the supreme being, and he is the supreme soul. Aushada, Visha, Avichara. Aushada is another word for Ayurveda, which is he's the medicine for all poisons. He removes all pain, and he removes all weapons and words. Astra, Shastrani, Samahara, Samahara. That means all the sounds are weapons in his control. Mrityo, Mochaya, Mochaya, liberate me from death. Ayur, Vardhaya, Vardhaya, give me a long life. Shatru, Nashaye, Nashaye, destroy all my enemies and obstacles. Om Namo Bhagavate, I invoke the design source, the mother. Maha Sudarshanaye, the great shining lord of the 8 directions, all directions. Deep Tre Prajwala, Dwala Prajwala, the source of the supreme flame behind everything. Om Prom Reem Ram Paritaye, I invoke Surya, the sun, to spread your beams. Sarvadik Shobhana Karaye, shine your light over everything. Ham Pat Parabrahmane, fly me to the source of all wisdom. Parajyotishe, the supreme flame. Swaha. Om Shrim Hrim Klim Shrim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Paraya Parama Purushaya Paramatmane Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Oshada Visha Avichara Shastra Shastrani Samahara Samahara Mrityor Mochaya Mochaya Ayur Vardhaya Vardhaya शत्रु नाशये नाशये ओम नमो भगवते महासुदर्शनाय दीप्त्रे ज्वाला प्रज्वाला ओम प्रोम ह्रीं रम परिताय सर्वदिक्षोभन कारये हम पट पर ब्रह्मणे पर ज्योतिषे स्वाहा।